How'd you feel when you guys finally break through there?
Uh, Happy, obviously. I think, I think it was an emotional game, and a derby games always are. And we said that we probably, if we weren't going to win the game, we didn't want to lose the game. We wanted to go back with Cascadia. I think that was the message. So the players delivered that. We need to play better. We need to play have more quality. The final third bit is for me fundamental for us to win in the playoff game. And that was a playoff game. That was high intensity, that was high pressure, high expectation, good crowd, and we have to have the courage, we have to have the quality to play. And I've got to say, the front six, the front four in particular, have to deliver for us. And for you to get deep into the playoffs, unfortunately, this league, it does fall on the front four players. It does fall on your DPs. It does fall on the players that you pay the most money to. And I say that without any kind of this is not a criticism. This is just this league. You have to deliver. The DPs have to deliver, and I'd say that's the pressure that I'm putting them under. That's the pressure I put them under at half time. Nowhere near acceptable that first half in terms of quality, effort, unbelievable, concentration, discipline, perfect. But the quality, this is why we invest. This is why we pay them the big money. This is why they're MVPs. This is why they score goals. It's for these big moments. And if you deliver in these moments, you go deep into the playoffs. So for me, that is something that I've been thinking really a lot about for the last week. Austin, Dallas, and I experienced it into Miami with Gonzalo Higuain. He carried the organisation into the playoffs. He carried us through these important games. That's what the big players do.
You say it's quality. Like, what's the key to some of those front players showing that quality, or kind of maybe rediscovering that?
Look, I think I said it a couple of weeks ago. Is that they have been phenomenal for us this season, right? So teams are going to be tight on them. Teams are going to pay extra attention to the 4 players up front. So that's the challenge. And like I say, I think I've watched an incredible amount of football in the MLS over the last 10 to 15 years, and I'd say those challenges, those deep runs into the playoffs, those big players always step up, and that's why we believe ours can. That's the key. That I believe that ours can. And that's the exciting bit, but that's the challenge.
How was the mentality in the last 2 days, especially with the Vancouver's hosting issues and everything? It kind of gave today's match kind of a weird kind of tint.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think when we heard the news, all of a sudden you probably thought maybe more about Wednesday than you did about Sunday. I think if it hadn't have been Seattle, I think would have made probably 5-6 changes to the starting lineup. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to get momentum, to get confidence, and for us to have a performance to go into Wednesday night, particularly after the last 2 where we stuttered. And I'd say that I think even though it wasn't perfect, I think what we did gain in the second half, we gained some kind of confidence by drawing, by getting a Cascadia Cup, by that feeling of togetherness. Even though we were down to the bare bones in terms of our roster, we've left 3 or 4 players at home with knocks that are probably going to be doubtful for Wednesday night. So we couldn't afford to rest Pipe, John or Evander. Players had to go the full 90 minutes. I brought Chara off because he's important on Wednesday night. I didn't start Ayala because he's going to be needed on Wednesday night. Williamson got into the game early because he's going to be needed on Wednesday night. And I'd say that the scenario of what happened meant that at least we had a fallback to know that we probably thought that it was going to be at Providence Park. And I'd say that now it's on us.
How do you feel about the way Finn played today?
I thought he was incredible. It's what we've seen when we scouted. When he first came in, we had to win games, so it was difficult to get him minutes. He was really frustrated. I left him off the bench even in one game. I think it was the Austin game, or maybe the game before that, Galaxy game, and that was really tough because the kid has been doing incredibly well. And I'd say that a week last Tuesday, when we came off the international break, when we came off the game against Dallas, he was always going to start this game. Because why? Because we believe in him, we trust him, and I think with young players you have to put them in the biggest games, because that sends a message of trust to them. The first 10 minutes of the game, I've got to say, I think it was 1,000 miles an hour. He couldn't get his second wind, and then after that I thought his composure on the ball, his defending, is just his overall temperament to playing a game like this. I think showed why we invested the money in him.
Hola Phil. Toda la temporada hemos hablado de los aficionados y este miércoles otra oportunidad. ¿Cuál es tu mensaje a la afición de Timbers Army para que lleven su apoyo el miércoles porque es un partido tan importante?
Sí, antes del partido hoy, en la reunión con mi equipo, dijimos, hoy es para los aficionados. Ellos viajan todos los Estados Unidos, pagamos mucho dinero para seguirnos. Entonces hoy es para él, el resultado, el trofeo especialmente es para él, el casquería. Cuando llegué aquí, la primera reunión con el Timbers Army, me dijeron que la casquería es más importante que el playoffs. Lo sé, es los dos más importantes, el playoffs es muy importante para el club, pero con los aficionados la casquería es más importante que el playoffs. Pero el pasado miércoles Diego Chara habló con el grupo sobre los aficionados en Providence Park en un playoff game, porque hay jugadores en el vestuario no tienen experiencia de la atmósfera en Providence Park con un partido como el miércoles. Entonces le dije que Diego, puedes hablar con el equipo, y Dario también, Eric Williamson también, Zach McGrath también. Si ellos tuvieron experiencia la atmósfera en el Providence Park, seguramente va a ser fenomenal. Es un electric. Entonces yo quiero no lo sé, yo quiero los próximos días, ojalá va muy rápido, porque el miércoles, yo quiero el día miércoles ahora, ¿entiendes?
Okay, we'll wrap it there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.